I'm figuring out eyeshadow, you're figuring out eyeshadow, so let's figure it out together. Very few things would stress me out more than when I would watch a beauty guru's makeup video. They use like 5 different palettes for one look, and I don't want everything. In honor of that, I'm really going to try to stick to one palette. Icy Nude Huda Beauty palette. Cleaned up the brows with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I use the shade NC50. I'm going to go in with some of the MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This is in Painterly. I like to just go in with my finger, just start dabbing that on my lid. It's been my go-to and favorite way lately to prep my eyelids. Anyone watching has any recommendations for a better way or better techniques? I am all ears. I really want these type of videos to be about us learning from each other. I feel like I've learned and know a thing or two, but I am still trying to improve and learn more. Eyelids are ready for shadow. First color I'm going to take is Unapologetic. My brush is in a very questionable condition, but it still works. One thing I have learned when it comes to eyeshadow, I really need to push the eyeshadow towards the bridge of my nose. I feel like a big reason I didn't like a lot of eyeshadow looks I've done in the past is that I didn't take advantage of my lid space enough. Honestly, kind of blending it into my eyebrow. I think starting off by my nose is also a helpful technique that I picked up. What I used to do is start out here. It's really here that I want the eyeshadow to be the deepest and most prominent, so it's better to start here. Next color I'm going to use is Faux Fur. Using a Morphe E27 brush. I'm applying this eyeshadow the same way that I applied the first one. I'm just keeping it a little bit lower. Going back in now with the first brush and blending where those two meet. And next, I'm going to take the shade She's Rich. This is the Sephora Collection Pro Crease 27 brush. Start by packing that on right here. Then start blending it some. But I think I'm going to take it like halfway. Not all the way to my inner eye. Also going to drag this color out. Going back in with the first brush that I use and blending. Lid color, I'm going to use Cold Plunge. Start by packing it on. Oh, almost forgot. I'm using the Sephora Pro Shadow 13 brush. This area of my eye is where I want the eyeshadow to be the most prominent. Like, it just makes sense to pack it on there first. And then a technique I learned I really love on me is to buff my lid color towards the bridge of my nose. Keeping it really light and soft, but still having it there. I like where we're at. I like where we're at. Next thing we're going to do is some liner. I'm using Huda Beauty's Creamy Cold Liner in Extreme Black. This step always requires a laser focus. Something else I actually recently learned I like on my eye shape is to bring my eyeliner like halfway as opposed to drawing a really thick line all the way to my inner corner. Inner part of my eye, I kind of just do this, go in a little bit, almost underneath, just to darken it up a little bit. I'm gonna flick and blend the end of that liner out a little bit. This is the final eye look. I feel like she's simple, but very effective.